I'm Annabelle, and welcome to Meeple Village. Today we're going to be playing Posthuman. Now this board game is set in the apocalypse, and there's a virus that has spread all over the earth, causing the humans to turn into mutants. We are going to be playing a solo run through when I'm still a human trying to get to the fortress, a safe haven, where I will be protected. But there are many perils along the way, and I myself may turn into a mutant. So why don't you just join me at the table and let's play Posthuman. Okay guys, ready to start. Here is the main board. This is where I'm at. We need to go all the way to the fortress, which is right there. And we're going to be earning journey points as we complete zones, which you'll see in a minute. Here's our events and all the cards we need, the tiles we will be exploring. Now let's take a look at the character I'll be playing today. I chose to play as the Butcher, and I've already set up his skills as depicted here. 2 mind, 3 speed, 4 strength, 4 melee, and 3 shooting. I set up his starting health and morale. He's not hungry. He's carrying a knife and a pistol. And there are 2 heavy, 1 each. So I got 2 on my backpack, 2 cubes to denote the weight. I started with a skill, which is a pretty cool skill. It's called Footwork. And it lets me re-roll an X result on a melee die. You'll see that used in a minute. I've got 3 food to start and 2 bullets. And here are the cards that are going to let me know what I'm going to be doing during my turn. So that's it. That's the setup. Then just let's get started and explore. I start here on this tile, which is a safe haven. And we're going to be exploring the world until we get to the fortress. Let's do this, guys. Okay, guys, so the Butcher is ready to go. But before he can start going, we need to draw an event. So let's see what peril awaits us. It's the Evolved are lurking in the shadows, ordering their mutant minions. Mutant counters count as a critical hit, as a hit in the first round of melee combat. Okay, and then let's talk about mutant players, but in this game we're not going to have any mutant players, because if I turn mutant, we lose. So that's our event. It's only going to matter if we encounter mutants, which we shouldn't. For the next part of my turn, I'm going to pick what I'm going to do. Actually, first we would eat, but because I'm in a safe place, I don't have to eat. I just find food right there. Food is being provided for me, and they're nice. But the first thing I'm going to do for my turn is forage. And that allows me to find supplies and find stuff that I might need on my journey. So in order to forage, first thing I got to do is flip this card. And now I know that I can never forage here again. I have found everything that is to be found in this tile. And then we go to the supply and we see what we get. Hopefully some food. Yes, it is food. So I look at the forest because I'm standing in a forest, and I can see how here I will get 2 more food added to my supply. See, now I feel like I'm ready to go out exploring. This just goes back to the bottom of the deck. And that's turn number 1. Not very eventful. Let's go to turn number 2. First thing we do again is we're going to draw an event. It is Dark Days. All right, and for a solo game, we read what's on the bottom. If your current morale is lower than your mine, lose 1 morale, then discard. So my morale is at 5 actually, and my mine is at 2. So I'm okay. So that does not affect us. Okay, good. For my second turn, what I want to do, no longer can forage, I'm actually going to scout. And what scouting means is that I get to reveal tiles just to see what's my best option when I start moving, when I get out of my safe haven. And again, I didn't eat because I'm in a blue zone, so I don't need to eat, but just to remind you guys, that's why I didn't do it. Now, I'm going to start picking tiles, and you pick 1 tile per exit spot, which are these little like little dots over here. Okay, and here's our first one. I gotta make it work. I'm gonna put it like that, exit with exit, because I know I'm not going down that way. So that's my first. Then, ooh, we got a complicated tile. No, thank you. I mean, it offers a lot of supplies if I complete this tile, but that looks dangerous. And then for my last one, oh, it's a city. Okay, we'll put the city up here. And these little circles are zones. You're gonna be seeing me traveling to those and completing encounters there. But that is the end of my turn. We move on to turn number 3. Right, so now that I got food, I feel like it's time to move on. So let's see first of all, what is the event that we're facing? Watched. Event. You feel observed and uneasy. Shadows flicker where they shouldn't. Someone or something is messing with your head. Oh yeah. All human players reroll successful mind tests this turn. And then again, it's talking about mutant players, but no mutant players. So I'm going to be re-rolling mind tests if I do get any. Okay. Now, I would eat, but I'm still home, guys. So no food yet. No wasting food yet. That's a good thing. And for my action this turn, I'm going to go ahead and start doing cool things. I'm going to start moving. So I'm going to move over here to this forest, and I'm going to face my first encounter of the game. Let's see what we get. I draw an encounter, and it's a primitive warrior. This guy is a human, and I have to fight him. He has armor. A primitive warrior sustains any number of damage. Roll 1 defense die. Okay, well, he doesn't have any damage right now, so no need for that. Now, I have an option. First, I can shoot at him, and I will have to spend 1 bullet to attack him first. I might even kill him before he even gets to do anything to me. Now, his melee is 3, my melee is 4, so I would be rolling more dice than him, so I don't know if I should waste a bullet. But just to show you guys how it's done, let's do it. Let's just do it for fun. Let's shoot this guy. So I'm going to go ahead and spend a bullet, and my dice of pool for shooting is 2 that I get from my skill. You see those little dots there, and then 1 from my pistol. So I'm going to be rolling 3 dice, and I need to, only results that are 1 are going to be successful. Let's see what I get. Okay, so I got probably 1 hit on him. My question marks turn into this. That's a miss, and that's a miss. So I did hit him for 1. I'm gonna go ahead and mark it here. He still has 1 more hit point. Now we go on to the melee phase, where everybody has a base of rolling 3 dice, but whoever has the highest melee value rolls 1 extra die. So he's gonna be rolling 3, and I'm going to be rolling 4. I'm gonna go ahead and roll for me first. Okay, I got 1 hit with extra damage and 2 shields in case he hits me. And this is a miss. It turns into an X. Just put it over here. Then let's see what he gets. Okay, he has a shield, and then for him, the question marks are damage. So let's compare. He has, let's see, damage, which is nothing, and then he can block 1 of my attacks. So because of that, nobody hits anybody because nobody has more access than the other. So we'll have to go to our second round of combat. Let's roll for me first. Okay, and I got 2 hits and 2 shields. Let's see what he gets. He's got damage, a hit, and a shield. So with my shield, I'll go ahead and cancel that. He will go ahead and cancel mine, and I still have 1 more hit. So that means that I get to do damage to him. How much damage? Let's look at my weapons. My knife does 1 damage. But guess what? He has an HP of 2, so that actually gets rid of him. I'll go ahead and keep him as XP. Let's put him down here. And that's the end of the encounter. Because I completed it and there's only 1 encounter here, that means that I get to move 1. I get 1 journey point, and I'm 1 step already closer to my destination. Now, let's move on to the next turn. First thing we're going to do is we're going to pick an event. And we get Safe Haven. The zone you're in counts as a safe house for this turn. This card remains in play until you draw the next event card. Okay, so that's in play. That means that the next part of the turn, which is eating, I don't have to eat because I'm actually at a save point. So what am I gonna do this turn? I am going to go ahead and move again. So I move to the next zone where I'm gonna be getting another encounter. See what we get this time. We get a pit trap. It's an obstacle. It says roll a speed test. If you fail, I lose a health. If you succeed, I can keep this card as XP. So roll a speed test. My speed is 3, so I have to roll 3 or less. See what I get. And I got a 1, so I passed. So I get to keep this card as XP. And because I completed that zone, I get another journey point. Now I have completed the whole tile, so my reward is 1 supply card. Let's see what I get. At the forest, I'll be getting another food and an equipment. Let's see what equipment we get. For my equipment, I get bandages. Play at any time out of combat, and I will regain 2 health. Okay, we'll keep our bandages. They are heavy. I didn't know bandages weighed as much as a pistol, but hey, that's what it says. So I put another weight token on my backpack, and that's the end of this turn. Okay, so for the next event, we are getting summer days. So it is summer. Seasonal event. A seasonal event means it stays in play, it doesn't go away until another seasonal event comes into play. So while this card is in play, players gain an extra food when foraging. Okay, so more food when foraging. That means maybe I want to forage. Okay, let's put it back here. And I have to eat, so here's my food. Put it back in the supply. Now I've completed this tile, so this has become a dead zone, but a dead zone that I can forage. So for my turn, you've guessed it, I will go ahead and forage this turn. What that's gonna let me do is it's gonna let me flip this tile, meaning that I've already foraged it. It's got an X now on it. And let's go see what the supply. No matter how many icons of supply cards are here, now that I'm foraging, I only get 1 supply card. But in the forest, I get a weapon. Okay, let's see what weapon I get. I get a brie. It's like a bow. Okay, it's a bow. All right, I like it. The good thing about this, it's got a couple good things. First, it doesn't weigh a thing, so that's amazing. And second of all, it doesn't use bullets, so I don't need bullets anymore. That's crazy. I love that. Of course, I need to get 2 question marks in order to hit anything. 1 question mark is an X, but I'll go ahead and equip it, meaning that my pistol will go into my inventory, and I don't add any weight because it doesn't weigh a thing. And that will complete my turn this time. So we go back and we get another event. So this time we get a heat wave. Okay, so it makes sense, it's summer, right? And it's another seasonal event, so it would override whatever seasonal event we had, which we don't need to anymore, we already foraged. Reduce your health by 1 to a minimum of 1. Okay, so let's do that. My health is now down to 6. And regain 1 health when this card is removed. Okay, so we keep it until another seasonal event is drawn. I'll keep it here to remind myself that this is going to stay and that I can regain that health point once this goes away, once the heat wave goes away. Now, for my move, what am I gonna do for my action? I said it, I'm gonna move because there's nothing else to see here, guys. Now, I'm thinking I want to go north because eventually maybe I want to get to that city. So now I have to draw a tile blindly, and whatever I get is what I get. So let's see. Oh, okay, well this is not bad. Well, if I go like this, it won't connect me to the city. I guess we'll go here. Try to keep making our way up and blocking my way to the south because I don't need to go to the south anyways. Okay, so move on to the zone, and we get an encounter. Only 1 encounter in this tile. It is a slammer, a mutant. And now that I got my bow, I'm thinking I might shoot him. Let me see. It says slam. After the shooting phase is over, take a strength test. If you fail, slammer's critical hits turn into hits for the first round of melee combat. Okay, so let's go ahead and shoot at him. Now I don't waste bullets shooting, so that's great. I'm still rolling 3. 2 for my skills and 1 for the bow. and I need to get ones. Let's see what I get. Okay, so I got an X, another X. Where is it? Here it is. And a hit. So I do 1 damage out of the 2 that I need. Okay, so 2 X's and a hit is 1 damage. And now we have to do his slam skill. After the shooting phase is over, which it is, take a strength test. Okay. My strength is 4. So that means that I will need to roll a 4 or less. Let's go. And I got a 4, so okay. So I didn't miss, that's good. Now let's move on to the melee phase, where he's a 3, I'm a 4, so I'm rolling 1 more. There's his 3. There's my 4. Okay, let's roll for me first. I've got 3 hits, 1 with extra damage, and a shield. And now for him, that looks pretty good, pretty promising. Okay, he's got an X, a hit, and a question mark. What is his question mark? His question mark is a hit and a knockdown. So let's see. I will block one of the hits, and then I still have 3 hits to his 1. So I'm doing more damage to him. Now, how much damage, you ask? I'm doing 1 from my knife and 1 from my strength, which I forgot last time. So I'm actually doing 2 hits, which is more than enough to get rid of him. And he turns into XP. And because of that, I move 1 more on the journey track. And also I've completed this tile. So I'm going to put a forage marker. It means I can forage this tile next turn. And I do get 1 supply as my reward for completing the tile. I get food and an equipment. Okay, I don't think I'm gonna have food issues for a while. See what equipment we get. We get a book. While camping, discard to regain 2 morale. Okay, I'm not complaining about a book. Let's put it here. It does weigh 1, so I'm gonna get another marker. All right. Actually, it can go into my hand, but I'll equip it. It can actually just go into my hand so I don't have to use the weight markers. As long as it's in my hand, it doesn't weigh anything. But as long as I put it down, it's in my inventory, and then it weights me down. But yeah, we got them. So let's go see what happens next time. All right, guys, let's see what's next. What event we need to face next. Protector. And because it has a solo instruction, we just read the bottom. Draw a follower immediately, then discard. Okay, we'll discard this one, but it doesn't affect our seasonal event. There's still a heat wave. Let's see, a follower. What do we get? We get a scout leader. Human follower. When active, while foraging, take an extra food token. Okay, and we have to discard him if I get knocked out. Okay, I'll keep him over here, and it's a good thing that we got that guy because I'm about to forage. So first though, I have to eat, so there's my food token, and then yes, I will go ahead and forage. Thank you very much, Mr. Scout Leader. I will flip this token around to make sure that we know not to forage there again, and it's a wheat field, so I get food and 2 ammo, but because of my human follower, I get an extra food. I am about to give some food to charity, and I have 3 ammunition now, so it's looking good. It's not usually this game, it doesn't look this good, does it? I'm sure things will get worse as we move on, but that's the end of my turn. Let's move on to the next event. Let's see what we get. We get a seasonal event. So what that means, and I'll do that first, is that this seasonal event goes away. Now remember, when this card is discarded, we gain 1 health when this is removed. So I will get my health back. Thank you very much. I'm at full health again. And for the snowfall, players may not scout or forage this turn. Okay, no problem. I won't. Discard this card once it's resolved. I already foraged, so no need to forage again. What am I gonna do then? can't scout, which I might have wanted to do. So I guess I'll go ahead and move, be brave. Let's go see what we find. So a tile, we get another field, and kind of want to have my options open, so I'll go this way. And I move to the first zone. Let's see what kind of encounter we face now. We get wild dogs. It's an animal, okay? And it says pack. Both sides roll 3 dice regardless of stat values or modifiers, okay? But I can shoot at him. I mean, why not? He's not shooting back at me. So let's go ahead and try with my handy bow. I get 3 again, because 2 from my skill and 1 from my bow. Let's see what I get. All right, I have 1 hit on him, so not bad. Here's the hit. And then let's go to melee, where both sides are rolling 3. So there's 3 for him, 3 for me. Let's roll for me first. Whoop. Okay, all I got are shields this turn, but at least he's not gonna be doing much damage, hopefully. Let's see what he gets. Okay, he didn't do that good either. He got 2 X's and a miss, because that turns into an X, unless he's very, very skillful, which he's not. So nothing the first round of combat. Let's go for the second round of combat. As you know, there are 3 rounds of combat. So I got a miss, an X, and then I got a shield and a hit with extra damage. Let's see what he gets. He rolled a little bit better, but not quite. He's got an X here, 2 X's, and a hit with extra damage, but I can block that with my shield, and I still do more damage than him. So how much damage am I doing? Well, you know, for my knife 1, for my skill, my strength is an extra damage, so that's 2 damage, so that's enough to get rid of him. He turns into XP. Now I'm not finished with this tile yet, but I do move 1 more zone up ahead. Now you notice that we are about to come into 2 territories. So that means that the number 2, we're going to be facing encounters from the number 2 deck. So things should be getting a little bit more interesting. Okay, let's check what our event is. And remember, the event deck is our timer. If we find the event that's called the fortress before we get to the fortress, we lose. So hopefully we're moving at a quick enough pace. And it is a winter depression. All players lose 1 morale immediately. I know, I like winter. Why am I depressed? Winter is my favorite season. Okay, well, I guess he doesn't like it, Mr. Butcher. So 1 morale, and there's nothing we can do about that. Okay, so moving on. We eat. I'm not at a safe zone. Lose 1 of my food tokens. And then I have to pick what I'm gonna do. I'm actually gonna move. I'll move to the next zone, and we draw an encounter. Now, because we're moving to a number 2 journey points zone, this is our first encounter from the deck at number 2 difficulty, and we get a siren. It's a mutant, and he's gonna do a mental attack on us. Both players and siren roll a die plus mind. Okay, well, I'm not very smart. My mind is only a 2. I mean, I am a butcher, right? I chop meat for a living. So I'm gonna do 2 plus whatever roll I get, and he's got a mind of 3 plus whatever roll he gets. So here's his die, here's my die. Let's roll for me first. I got a 5. 5 plus my 2, I am at 7, okay? And how about him? He got another 5. So 5 plus 3, he's at 8. So he actually beat me by 1. So siren wins by 1 or 2. Lose 2 morale or gain a scar. Ooh, okay. Well, you know what? I'm going to choose to gain a scar because I think scars are cool. They mean that I went to war. I got an extra arm. Okay. And in case you don't know, if I ever have 5 different mutations from the scars, I lose. So 4 more and I'm out of the game, but for now, I have an extra arm, which should come in handy if I need to carry more stuff, right? Okay, so I'll keep my scars over here. Supposed to keep them secret if you're playing with more players, but I'm not, so it's okay. We can just Just keep it there. Okay, so that was my encounter. I'm still alive, so I do get a journey point. Moving to number 2. And because I've completed the tile, we are going to put a marker of completion here, creating a dead zone. And I do get a supply card for completing the tile. And at the wheat field, I get food. Let's see. And I also get an equipment. Let's see what I get. Equipment, binoculars. While scouting, draw an extra terrain tile and discard one of your choice. Okay, so that's going to come in handy when we scout. It does have a 1 weight. I'm just going to go ahead and equip it. Probably use it soon. And that's the end of our turn. All right, guys, let's see what event we get now. We have a weapons dealer event. A weapon dealer is passing through the area. You may exchange 3 ammo or 2 food to draw a single weapon card. Resolve immediately in turn order, and then we discard it. 3 ammo or 2 food. Okay, well, here's what I'm thinking. I know right now I'm not using ammo, but what if I get a weapon? I mean, I'm gonna draw a weapon now if I give up my 3 ammo. What if I get a weapon that needs ammo? That's better than my bow. So I don't want to get rid of my ammo. Now, I'm thinking I'm gonna scout this turn because I've completed this tile and it's ready to be foraged. I'm gonna forage, not scout. And I know I get an extra food because of my follower. So, and I have a bunch of food here. So I will go ahead and, I don't know if I'll regret this later because food is hard to come by. But I'll go ahead and exchange 2 food and draw a weapon. Please give me a good one. And it's a machete. Okay, machete. Yeah, this, I'm not complaining about this one. It's definitely looks about the same as my knife, I would say. It's like an upgraded knife. So I will go ahead and equip it. It's another weight. I'm gonna put that one there. I don't really care about those anymore. I might get rid of them to make more room. Because right now I'm at full capacity. Like, I can't carry anything else. But if it ever comes to that, I can just get rid of my weapons that I don't want, right? My starting weapons. Okay, so then I have to eat because I'm not at a safe zone. So there goes my food. See, I'm already at 4. I have so much now. I mean, it goes by so quickly. You eat, it's just go by so quick. And now for my turn, like I mentioned, I will, where is it? Forage, right here. So flip this to indicate that we've already foraged. And let's go to the supply deck and we get a weapon. Oh my gosh, I just spent food for a weapon and now I get a free weapon. Okay, well, c'est la vie. Let's see what weapon we get. We get a ranged weapon. Ooh, a Wolfen .45. And see, this one needs ammo. So it's a good thing that I didn't go ahead and spend all that ammo. But it does look like it hits a little bit better than my bow. So I will go ahead and equip it. It's 1 heavy and I don't have any more room. So in order to make room, wait, let's do these things right. Before I equip it, I will toss my knife. I will toss it away. And with that, I have 1 less weight. And then I would put my bow over in my inventory and equip my new 45, which is 1 heavy. And I can go ahead and change the ranged weapon before I roll any die. I can go ahead and exchange my ranged weapon if I need to. But for now, I'm gonna leave it like this and see what happens. And that's the end of my turn. We go on to the next turn. We're gonna get an event. And it's heavy rain, okay? If players do anything but camp this turn, they lose 1 morale, okay? Well, I wasn't planning on camping. I really don't need to camp. So first I have to eat. Let's go ahead and do that. And then, yeah, I don't think I'm going to camp, guys. I think I'm going to lose a morale to go ahead and move. So another, oh, it's my first morale lost. Okay, no problem. I'm still okay. Now we're gonna get a tile and reveal an encounter. Ooh, we get another city. Let's see. And we have the same issue. Oh no, yeah, we do. Okay, I guess we'll go west. And we move over here. This is a safe house, is blue, so that's good. It's a church. And let's see what our encounter is. Deathful trap, obstacle. Roll a speed test. If you fail, -2 health. If you succeed, keep this trap as XP. So I fell into a trap. My speed is 3, so I have to roll 3 or less. I got a 1. Okay, so I do get to keep the card as XP. I think I'm up to 5 XP. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes. And I do complete that, so I move 1 more journey point. Now, here, there are no rewards for me. I'm at the church, but I do get to regain 1 if I camp. So I'm thinking maybe next turn I will camp. We'll see how that goes, but that's the end of my turn. So we're gonna draw another event for our next turn. We get Spring Renewal. It's a seasonal event. While this card is in play, players regain an additional morale when camping. Okay, well, you know, I was thinking about camping. Now this definitely means I will camp some more. So I would have to eat, but because I'm at a safe place, I will save my food. Good. And then for my turn, like I mentioned, I will go ahead and camp. And when I camp, I get to regain 2 health. So my health is all the way up. And then I may regain an additional health of morale if I'm at a safe zone, which I am. And I will get an additional morale, but I don't need it. So that's good. Anything else I want to do while I'm here camping? I could regain another 2 morale, but I don't need to. So I'm good to go for next turn. So let's see what happens during the next turn. All right, I'm ready to leave this church and go try out my new weapons. But before we do that, we need to get an event. So let's see what we get. We get a hurricane. A hurricane? That doesn't sound good. Players in a safe house may camp. Okay, I'm in a safe house, but didn't I just camp? Others just missed their turn. Okay, well, no trading is allowed this turn. Okay, all right, so I can't show you guys my new weapons yet because we're in the middle of a hurricane. So I'll just stay there and camp, but there's really, I mean, I'm at my highest health and my highest morale that I can possibly have, so really I just wasted my turn, which is crazy because we are 1 more closer to getting to that fortress and losing the game just because there was a hurricane. But, you know, c'est la vie. Let's move on. Let's see what happens in the next turn. We have event watched. I believe we got one like this before already. You feel observed and uneasy. Shadows flicker where there shouldn't. Someone or something is messing with your head. Yeah, the hurricane is. All human players reroll successful mind tests this turn. All right. So mind tests get rerolled if we face any, which now we can move. So who knows? Maybe we will. I would eat now, but I'm at a safe place, so no food. Let's get a tile. Okay, it's a forest. We'll go west and north. We move over here. We get an encounter. Hopefully nothing to do with mind. Here it is. We get ultra-violent boss. Ooh, he does look kind of violent, doesn't he? Okay. Frenzy. Ultraviolet boss rolls +1 red melee die. So you know what? I'm gonna shoot your ass, buddy. Okay, so at least I'm gonna try. Now I got my new 45, so why not, right? I do have to spend 1 bullet to use it. Okay, no problem. I roll 2 and 1 from my pistol. That's 3. And he has a health of 3, so it's gonna be hard to kill just with bullets, but we can try. Okay, let's see. We got a question mark and 2 misses. But the question mark is interesting. It actually turns into 2 hits. So I'm happy with that, right? Well, there's nothing I can do. That's what I got. Let's see. We get 2 damage on him. And we still need to do 1 more damage. So we are going to move to melee phase, where he's rolling 4. And I'm rolling 3. So we have the same melee. He's a 4, I'm a 4. So, but he's rolling +1 because of his frenzy skill. But his shields are X's. So let's roll for me first. We usually roll for me first. Let's go. Oh, sorry. Okay. I have 2 question marks and a miss, so this turns into an X, no thank you. But my question marks actually turn into critical hits with my new machete, so I'm happy about that. Now he's gonna roll. Oh God, okay. Well, he got 2 hits, 1 with extra damage and 2 X's because his question marks turn into X's, so there's his 2 X's, and now there's that. There's my 2 hits. So we have 2 and 2, so nobody hurts anybody. We do it again. Let's roll for me first. Second round of combat. All right, so this time around I got a question mark, which for me turns into a crit and a hit and then a miss. But I can re-roll a single X result. Well, that's not an X, so that my footwork is not going to help me. Let's see what he gets. So this is an X. Okay, he's got a shield, he's got a crit, his question marks turn into an X, so he's got an X and another X. Okay, and then let's bring my 2 hits over here. He actually blocks one of my hits, so we're at 1 each. So we're at standstill, nobody gets hurt. Okay, that was our second round of combat. Now for our last round of combat, let's see what I get. I have a question mark, which turns into a crit, a hit, and a shield. Okay, let's see what he rolls. All right, he's got a shield, a critical hit, a miss, and the question mark for him is a miss. So let's bring back my die. Okay, his shield blocks my crit and my shield blocks his crit, which means I still have a hit on him, so I get damage. I get to deal him damage. I'm dealing 1 from my machete, and 1 from my strength, so that's 2, more than enough to get rid of him. And guys, we have made it to 6. And let me double check, but I'm pretty sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes, we have. And excuse me, Mr. Butcher, but if you look down here, it tells you with 3 XP, you can actually get 2 skills from the deck and keep 1. But with 6 XP, I get to increase 1 of my skills. So all of these go away. And what skill do I want to increase? I mean, all are good choices here. But I'm thinking that if I roll more ranged die, I might be able to get an upper hand on the enemy, because if I go to 4, I will be rolling an extra die. I was also thinking that switching my melee and making me like a super melee expert might be a good thing, because then my these hits will actually count as hits, not misses. So my strength is also a good choice there, and my speed and my mind are crap. But I don't even know if I should mess with those. Maybe I should just leave those alone. So I don't know, just so that I can get those extra hits, I think I'm going to go ahead and make me a better melee dude. Me and my machete are going all the way. So I made my decision. That's what I'm going to raise, and that's the end of my turn. Okay, for our next, hold on. We did complete this tile, so I do get a supply. Let's see what we get in the supply. Supply at the forest is giving us 2 food. Okay, not complaining about that. It's kind of running low on food. And that's the end of that turn. Let's go on to our next turn. Okay, I got so excited that I got to kill that mutant or that enemy, and that I leveled up, that I forgot to put a marker here, but I just did. And also I forgot to get my journey point, which means, guys, we're going into the level 3 encounter. So, but also we're running out of time. I looked and we only have 3 more events, and if we don't make it here, we lose. So really, we can't diddle daddle anymore. We have to move it. So let's move it. Let's see first what our event is. It is, let's see, the Evolved are lurking in the shadows, ordering their mutant minions. Mutant encounters count their misses as a hit in the first round of melee combat. Okay. So we'll be on the lookout for those mutants and their extra power. I have to eat, and usually I would forage, but I can't. I can't take any more time foraging and doing all that. I gotta be feet. So let's go ahead and for my action, let's go ahead and move. And most probably that's what I'm gonna have to be doing for the rest of the game is move it. Let's reveal a tile. And okay, let's come back this way. We'll go here and we'll reveal an encounter now from the level 3 deck. I'm scared. We meet Rhino from Spider-Man. I don't think he's from Spider-Man, but looks like it. All right, it's a mutant. So let's see. Oh my gosh, this guy has 5 health, people. 5 health. Okay. Well, and he's got an ability charge. +1 melee die in the first round of melee combat. +1 die. Okay, no problem. We're definitely gonna shoot at this guy. Hopefully that will help. So I'm gonna waste a bullet, not waste hopefully, but use a bullet to get my 3 die. Maybe I should have increased my die pool, but I didn't. So rolling 3. Okay, I got 2 hits on the Rhino. Just 2, but hey, I'll take 2. That means he's 3 away. So in the first round of combat, even though he has less melee than me, he's going to be rolling 4. And I'm going to be rolling 4 because I have more skills than him. I'm actually very skilled. Okay, let's get me to roll first. Wow, look at that. See, it paid off. All of these are actually hits because now I'm a master hit person. I don't know what that is even called. So I got 4 hits. Okay, Rhino, beat that. Okay, he probably will. Then I'll be like, Okay, he's got, yeah. Well, this is a miss. That's good. That's a defense. And then the question marks turn into crits. I think I still got him. Yeah. Okay. So his shield blocks mine, but I still have 3 to his 2, so I get to do damage. How much damage, you ask? Well, I'm doing 1 from my machete and 1 from my strength. That's 2 damage. And I think that's it, unfortunately. If I could only have 1 more damage, it would be great, but I don't. So, it's 2 more. Let's bring it over here. This guy is a tank. 5 hit points? All right, well, he's down to 1 now. And the better news is that this time around, he's not rolling that extra melee die because that was only in the first round of combat. So he's down to rolling 3 to my 4. So we got this. 1 more damage. Okay, I have my question mark, which is a crit, a miss, and this actually becomes a hit. So 3. Let's see what he gets. He's got a miss and 2 crits and 2 knockdowns as well. But if we compare, I got 3 hits, so still better than him. All I need to do is 1 more damage, so this guy is toast. We keep him as XP, but most importantly, this time I won't forget, we move a journey point into the 3 zone, and because we've completed this tile, we get a supply. Let's see what we get. We get ammo. Yeah, I'm more excited about the ammo than the food. But we get 2 ammo and 1 food. And that is the end of this turn. We have 2 more journey points and we're done. Let's go ahead and, before I forget, put a completed tile marker. Not that we're going to use it, but this tile is now a dead zone and we move on to the next turn. All right, we have 2 more journey points to be earned and only 2 events left. So if we do get to win, it's gonna be, oh my gosh, it's gonna be a tough one. But you know, I feel confident we have a lot of food, so it should be able to get us through the next few encounters without foraging or camping or anything like that. Or we're at top for both health and morale, so it's looking okay. It's just those rolls, but let's see what happens. I've completed that tile. I'm not planning on waiting, on staying there at all. I can't. If I stay, I lose. I'm planning on moving, but first, let's check what an event is. Killer Instinct, and it has a solo rule: discard during a combat encounter to re-roll all excess for the rest of that encounter. Okay, well that's gonna come in handy. I don't mind that event. Keep it here. Hopefully I'll remember, because I've been forgetting to use my skill. I haven't even checked. There's so much to keep track of. That's one thing about this game. There's so much stuff to keep track of. But in any case, I gotta eat. Almost forgot, see? And then I'm going to move again. So let's get a tile. And whoa, okay, it's a busy one. Okay, well, I don't even know that we'll be able to complete that tile, because we only have 2 more journey points, and this one has 3 zones, but at least they're one single encounter per zone. And because we're drawing from level 3, I'm glad about that. So we move to the first zone, where we're going to draw an encounter at level 3. What do we get? A Slicer. Okay, well, that doesn't sound like fun. He looks like Wolverine. First we got Rhino from Spider-Man, now we got Wolverine. All right, he's a mutant, and we cannot evade him. We weren't planning on. We're gonna face you. And he's got a skill called Lethal. If he gets any shields, they actually turn into crits. Hits with extra damage. Okay, well, you know I'm gonna shoot him. I've got the bullets to do so. So let's do it. I'm rolling 3. Okay, I got a question mark, which is 2 hits, and a straight hit. So that's 3 damage out of the 4 I need. That's not that bad. I'm happy with that result. Okay, that's 3 damage for you, mister. And then we go to the melee phase. Let's see. He's pretty good. He's a 5, and so am I. So we all roll the same amount of dice. 3 for you, Mr. Slicer, sir. 3 for me. Okay. And now I have this, which my Killer Instinct, which I can use to, if I get any excess. And I also have my footwork if I'm in a pickle. So I don't mind seeing excess this turn. Let's see what I get. And there's that X. So we'll go ahead and I guess, do we do it for the rest of the encounter? Let's do it for the rest of the encounter. So any X's that I roll, starting now. So I'll discard that. Okay. All right, that was good. That was good. And remember this, because I'm a master hitter, turns into a regular hit. So that was me. Now let's see what he rolls. Okay, he's got 2 X's and a question mark, which a question mark turns for him into a crit, but I still beat him. And that's it. That's all I need, because I am doing 2 damage to him, and he's already at 3. He's got 4 hit points, so he is done. Put him here as XP, which I don't think we're gonna get too much, but I do move 1 zone, which means that this is it, guys. This is the last card. It has to be the Fortress. Let's check. It is the Fortress. Solo game only. Remove from deck for other game formats. Okay, well this is solo game. You're running out of time. Yes, I know. If you do not reach the last space on the journey track during this turn, you lose the game. Okay, we're putting all of our eggs in this one, guys. Let's see. I have to eat. Let's do that first. And this is the encounter of all encounters. Let's move to the zone in the middle and reveal. It is, a leg trap. This is how I'm gonna end my journey, with my leg trapped. Okay, it's an obstacle. Roll a speed test. Well, I'm not very speedy. Okay, well, it says if you fail, something happens, but what happens is we lose the game. So let's try and succeed, so I can keep this as XP and just go ahead and move to the right zone. 1 die only. Gotta get a 3 or less. Here we go. And I got a 1. Okay. Well, guys, that means I've completed that and I've made it to the zone that I needed to get to. This just gets discarded. Wow, what a journey. I mean, we had a bunch of traps, mutants, we grew, what was it, an extra arm? I bet that's what made the difference. But at the end of the day, we were successful. We explored and foraged and scouted, but most importantly, we made it to the fortress and we are going to be safe from becoming mutants, and that's the end of the game. Well guys, there you have it. That was a full run through of Posthuman. I hope you guys enjoyed our little adventure together. And if you notice any rules goofs, please let me know in the comments below. I hope to see you on the next one, but until then, may you game more.